Hi, I'm Anita with Crazy About Canines, and this is, of course, Doggone Good Advice. And I'm here with Bethany from the Master's Paw. I tried to get the sign in, but I don't know if you can see the sign. But Bethany, first I'm going to ask you, who are you? What is it that you do here? And then I'm going to ask you, who are you?
Yeah.
And then I want you to tell me about what drives you, what's your passions, all that kind of stuff. Hi, baby. Here. Okay, so tell me, what is this that we're at, this Master's Paw? Tell me all about what you do here.
This is actually my home. This is where I live, but this is also where I work. I am a home-based groomer. I groom in my home. I have a little salon in my home where I work with each dog one-on-one, crate-free, and stress-free. That's the basis of my business, is that I want to make the grooming experience as pleasant as possible for your pet and as stress-free as possible for your pet.
Yeah.
Which is easier to do.
I just thought of something important though, because you were mentioning, this is tough and you have to be passionate about it. But when somebody calls you, do you have some kind of screening process so you'll know beforehand if this is a dog that you want to take in because they might be aggressive or something like that? Do you have a screening process?
I do. So I do have like a new client form on my website, themasterspaw.com, that has all my basic information on it, my policies, and of course my new client form. I ask the pet parent about the dog's history. Has the dog been groomed before? Does the dog have any behavioral issues? Does the dog have any health issues or skin conditions? That sort of thing, that helps me get a feel for the dog and what to expect. Now, here, working as a dog groomer and working one-on-one, I want to help the people that maybe can't bring their dog to a full-service salon. So maybe dogs that are reactive to other dogs, maybe dogs that are anxious or not used to the grooming process, or just older dogs that might need a calmer, quieter environment. That's kind of, I want to help those people that maybe can't take their dog to a salon. There's nothing wrong with salons. Cool. There's tons of great salons downriver. There's nothing wrong with them, but not every dog can handle that environment. So that is the service that I am trying to provide for the downriver community.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful point that I never thought of. Now this dog is so beautiful.
This is Samus. She is a mini Australian. Actually, mini Australian Shepherds aren't actually a thing. They're actually now recognized as American Shepherds. And she's mixed with Border Collie. She actually came from an Amish farm.
Oh, wow.
So she's like 9 now, 8 or 9. She's older, but you wouldn't be able to tell because she's already white and gray.
Yeah. But she's also real lively. She's been scoping out everything.
Oh, she's very alert. Yeah. This is her house. Beautiful. She has to protect it.
Oh, okay. Because they're herders, right?
Yeah. These are herding dogs and livestock protection dogs.
And mama protection dogs.
Yeah, mama protection dogs. Yeah, she's
just beautiful.
Thank you.
And Seamus, you said, is from
Samus. So it's from a video game. It's the main character in Metroid. My husband's a big video gamer, so that's what we have. Super Nintendo is one of our dogs, and
oh really?
Samus,
that's the name of the dog?
Yeah, her name's Super Nintendo.
Oh my goodness.
And then the Shetland sheepdog we met earlier, Commissioner Gordon, is from Batman.
Oh my God. Okay, now tell me, so this is what you do here, which is very unique. This is very unique because we're fighting with, but it's such a beautiful day. We're fighting with motorcycles and airplanes, but it's such a beautiful day. We wanted to do this outside. So this is unique in the fact that you take into that dog's uniqueness of what they need and what they're sensitive to.
Yes.
And what they need to be comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
To have this done. And you also were saying, which I never heard of because I never considered, something about a puppy visit.
Yeah. So a lot of people, for some reason, don't think to get their dog groomed until their dog is a mess, which is understandable, but not ideal situation for the groomer, the dog, or the pet parent, because then it's going to be more expensive. So generally what I recommend is when you're getting a new puppy is to bring them at around 12 weeks, after they've had their first round of shots, after they've been cleared by a vet that they're healthy and they're okay to be out and about and handled. And what that helps do is we can introduce the dynamics of grooming while they're learning new things and getting used to new things as puppies, and they can realize, well, the nail trimmer isn't so bad, the clippers aren't so bad, the scissors in my face aren't so bad, because it is very dangerous. Sorry. It is very dangerous. We're working with sharp objects around a live animal that has thoughts and feelings and is good. You can't tell, they're like toddlers. You can't tell a dog, okay, I need you to sit still right now because I need to trim your ear. Right. You have to get them used to having their face held, having their hand held, so that you can safely groom them.
And so that they know that it's a regular part of their life.
Yeah.
How often do you think somebody should take their dog to a groomer?
Very good question, which is going to vary depending on the dog. Now, Sam is here. She is considered a double-coated dog. She has a soft undercoat and a more coarse top coat.
Oh.
A dog and she's going to shed. She sheds. There are white tumbleweeds rolling through my house as we speak. Okay. She would be groomed anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks. Being my dog and being that by the end of the day I'm very tired, she probably pushes the 8-week mark. But by that 8 weeks,
does she just want to sit down, or she wants to go?
Yeah, she wants to go somewhere. Can you sit down, please? Sit.
Good girl.
By that 8 weeks, when I go to give her bath and I put that de-shed conditioning treatment on it, she's blowing coat. It's a doggy snow globe, dog hair snow globe in my salon.
Okay. I know snow globe.
I mean, like, I would like to do her like every 4 weeks, but I'm too busy taking care of other people's dogs. So I do what I can to keep up on her.
Well, what should people do? Should people do something in the meantime at home?
Oh, absolutely.
What should they do?
Absolutely. So brushing is super duper important. And I know every day.
Oh, every day. Okay.
I mean, do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. So I'm going to get into a subject that can be a little tense, is the doodles. Doodles are very popular right now. And they've been popular actually for like the last decade. But people are getting these doodles, not realizing how much maintenance they are. These are the dogs that you need to be brushing. Like Samus shed. Maybe once a week I'll brush her, if that. But she has nice soft hair. She's not getting matted. She's not getting tangled. She's just shedding. Yeah. A doodle they have the coarse coat of a poodle with the undercoat of whatever dog you mixed them with. A lab, a golden, an Australian shepherd, a Bernese mountain dog. They're all very popular. And that undercoat mixing with that coarse poodle coat is going to act like Velcro, and it mats up super easily. So brushing them is super important. A lot of doodle owners they take their dog to the groomer, and the groomer shaves them. And I don't know, why did the groomer shave my dog? I'm like, well, your dog was matted, and brushing out that matting is really painful and uncomfortable for your dog. And most groomers, especially and including myself, we work under humanity over vanity. We're not going to torture your dog to make your dog look pretty. Like, I'm not going to spend 3 or 4 hours trying to brush and demat a dog.
Do you have to call a dog parent before you shave them? I mean, would you give them that
generally courtesy? As soon as I see a dog, I can tell.
Okay, so you tell them when they bring them.
Yeah, at drop off, I usually meet, especially new clients, I'll meet them out here on the front porch, just so that the dog can have some time to go to the bathroom and kind of calm down a little bit because they get a little hype from the car ride, and so that they're not going into the den of dogs that I have in there. And during the meeting with the pet parent, I'll sit down like we are here and I'll assess the pet. So while I'm talking to the pet parent, I'll be feeling the dog like this. Touching the dog, I'll be looking at their ears. I'll be feeling underneath. A lot of times pet parents neglect, they don't really get the belly really good, so I'll feel underneath there. I'll feel back here. A lot of times people don't get their legs or the dog's butt very good. And I can usually tell the condition of a dog's coat, and I'll be like, so I'll tell them what I'm feeling. I said, I'm feeling like it, your dog's matted. I think we're gonna have to do a shave down and start over. And most pet parents, in my experience, most pet parents are usually like, oh, I didn't know, and they're open to being educated. It's one of my huge goals is to educate pet parents on proper care of their dogs. A lot of groomers are just like, oh, nobody listens, I'm not going to bother, they're not going to listen anyways. I don't have that attitude yet. If you're willing to learn about how to take care of your pet properly, I'm willing to teach you.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Real quick, because I know you're busy. Real quick, can you tell me the story about how you got started in this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of what people should know. I'm afraid we're going way over, but you're
so
you've got so much.
No, it's no problem. My last dogs of the day already went home.
So tell me how you got started, and what was your inspiration or your driving force that you decided to become a pet groomer?
So it was during COVID. I was waiting tables, and we all got laid off. And I was pregnant at the time. So it kind of just all lined up. I lost my job. I had to collect unemployment, and then unfortunately we lost our daughter. And so it was just a really hard time. And I had to take several months to kind of navigate through that part of my life. And then when I got to a point where I was like, okay, I need to I don't want to say move on with my life, but I need to continue living. Things were, at that point, things were starting to open back up. So the option to go back to waiting tables was there, but I was like, do I really want to do that? And the answer was no. No. There's definitely people that are meant for that kind of work. I'm not one of them. So I said, what can I do that will make me happy, that I can be passionate about? And I was like, I have to do something with dogs. Dogs have been a part of my life literally since I was born. So I was like, I love dogs so much. What can I do with dogs? I thought about becoming a vet tech. That's a lot of schooling, very expensive schooling. So I started looking into dog grooming, and I was like, you know what? I think there's artistry in it, and it's, just the artistry and the getting to know the dogs and getting to know the clients. I was like, I think this could be it. So I ended up going to Bingo Institute of Grooming up in Madison Heights. It's a 600-hour program with a 50-hour.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. And that's to learn the basics.
Wow.
It's a very thorough program, but it's very thorough learning the basics. This is definitely a job where you have to continue learning. So I went to Bingo Institute of Grooming, and I ended up getting pregnant with my son. So usually the program takes 6 to 8 months. It took me a little bit over a year because I had to take a break. Very good schooling, very thorough. The instructor / owner has been grooming for several years. She's very talented, very passionate. Jessica.
Okay.
Can't recall her last name at the moment, but it's a very small school, very good school. I learned a ton, and I've only been out of school for a year, and I've had clients tell me that their dog I gave their dog the best groom that their dog has ever had, which
Wow.
I accredit to the education that I received at Bingo.
That's wonderful. And then tell me more about, you were saying how you would like people to know certain things before they decide to go into this business.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people say, oh, it's playing with puppies all day. You get to give them cute haircuts. You get to, and it's not. It's a lot of getting pooped on.
Oh, no. Really?
Getting pooped on, getting peed on.
Oh, no.
Cleaning up that stuff. Expressing the anal glands, and that is probably the grossest thing. It just ear infections, skin infections, like stuff like that. It's a dirty job. The dogs aren't always super pleasant to work with, and they can be difficult to work with, especially with what I'm doing here. Is I'm trying to help people whose dogs can't necessarily go to a salon because they have behavioral issues.
Oh, that's true.
So there's the risk of getting bit. There's sometimes you have to, do
you have to muzzle those that you're worried about? I mean, do you muzzle those that you're worried about?
I muzzle as a last resort.
Okay.
I do have muzzles on hand. But mostly I am trying to create a calm environment for the dog and assess the dog's behavior and read their body language. So, for example, I have a Chow Chow client, and I actually started grooming him while I was still in school, and she had called me and she said, I've taken him to salons and they won't take him anymore, and I've called other salons, and as soon as they hear that he's a Chow Chow, they won't even book me. And I said, you know what, let me give it a shot. And I brought him in, and the first time working with him, I was watching him and he's watching me, and he did kind of like get a little weird with me. So I did end up putting a muzzle on him. After that first time, we came to like an understanding, and I have never had to muzzle him since. And I groom him every 6 weeks. Yeah. He's a gorgeous dog, and he is one of the best behaved dogs on my table. Wow. And this is a dog that other people didn't want to give a chance.
Oh, you're wonderful.
So, and she is one of my best clients. I know that she appreciates me. And that makes it really worth it, is to have people so thankful that you're willing to work with their dog, and so thankful that you're making their dog beautiful, Yeah. So,
well, I'm very thankful that you let me do this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And while we're on, I am accepting new clients.
There you go.
No breed restrictions, no size restrictions. If your dog has special needs, I just need to know, and we can work around it. So whatever you need, I'm here. I'm in Taylor at 94 and E-Course between Telegraph and Beach Daily. Follow me on Facebook, the Master's Paw. I post pictures, tons of examples of my work, tons of doodles. I do so many doodles. I post appointment openings every week. And then if you go on my website, themasterspaw.com, there's my new client form, my policies, and the general pricing. But each dog is kind of priced based on their size, their coat type, their coat condition. Yeah. But if you give me a call or text me, I can give you an estimate.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
She had a lot of doggone good advice, so join us next time. But in the meantime, reach out to Bethany. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's so nice talking to you.
Same here. Thank you.